Hi, I'm Torte de Lini. You may know me from Dota 2, but welcome to Deadlock, a third-person hero shooter and multiplayer online battle arena in which two teams of 6 players independently control powerful characters called heroes and compete in a match of team-based action. Through the use of player weapons, abilities, items, and tactics, each team fights in player versus player combat and to overcome the opposing team in successfully defending their base and destroying the enemies. This series of videos provides an overview of important information to help players become more acquainted with the game. As the game releases more updates, changes, and revisions, I will re-release an updated version of this series of videos, and be sure to like and subscribe, of course, for more. The objective to every Deadlock match is to be the first team to destroy the enemy's patron, a large floating structure located at the center of each team's base. To reach it, you and your team must engage in a war of attrition versus the enemy team's heroes, and each sides periodically spawn a wave of units called troopers, who travel and guard 4 predefined tracks called lanes. Throughout the match, players will accomplish a variety of objectives to collect souls. These collectible floating orbs empower hero characters in 2 main ways. 1. Players will periodically receive ability points, AP, to both unlock and enhance 4 unique abilities assigned to their selected heroes. And 2. Souls can also be a spendable currency that can be exchanged for items that bolster your hero's stats, such as damage, health, etc. Through the collection of souls, your team will become powerful to eventually overwhelm enemy defenses and defeat their patron before they can reach yours. As both teams aim to strengthen their lineup, the skill and knowledge to outplay your opponents, as well as coordinating with your team, will be the path to victory. The world of Deadlock provides a variety of objectives and environmental features to outlevel, outmaneuver, and outperform one another. Understanding how to approach each match with the right items, strategy, and skill set heavily influences your team's success. Before moving on to our next video in the series, I want to stop and highlight some key terms commonly used in the MOBA genre that you may or may not be familiar with. Understanding these phrases helps you better interpret what players mean when they're describing their current actions, thoughts, and opinions. For example, when a player says they're going to jungle or going to go farm, it means they're focusing on collecting more souls to make themselves more powerful for later and no longer seeking opportunities to kill an enemy hero. The jungle is referring to neutral camps spread across the map, whereas the action of farming is more generalized to mean they are harvesting more souls anywhere, including troopers in the lane. Alternatively to gank means the opposite, that the player is asking for or seeking to ambush an enemy with 1 or more players. Other commands can range from push, meaning to advance the lane with your troopers to take an objective, backdoor, to sneakily take an objective as the enemies are focused elsewhere, or back, to pull back your initiatives or to get out of a fight. Over time, these terms will feel more and more natural when playing and in the context of the game. We may interchangeably use some of these terms in the future videos, as they are innate to the playing experience and necessity to communicate efficiently with your team. Don't worry if you don't completely understand what was just said. This series of videos are going to break down every single aspect of the game and world of Deadlock, from the HUD, map, and environment, its elements, heroes, weapons, and items. And most importantly, I'll be breaking down how to play a match of Deadlock and what the heck are you supposed to do throughout the match. Deadlock will feel like it isn't giving you direction, but over time, you'll get the flow of the game and how to win in them. For now, check out the Deadlock game client and get familiar with basic controls. Try out their short tutorial to familiar yourself with some of the in-game terms and movement in the game. Lastly, don't forget to head into the options menu to adjust your aim sensitivity and your crosshair design to fit your preferences, and peruse some of the heroes in the game that might pique your interest and give them a test drive in the sandbox. So that's chapter 1 done in my Deadlock tutorial series. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, I'll be there to answer as many as I can.